Welcome to Saturday's second video. Breaking news is about Tigray conflict. It seems that Tigray regional government and Ethiopian federal government have agreed about who will lead the talks. It has been one of the main obstacles to the start of talks. The two parties had disagreements about who will lead the process. Tigray has been saying that the talks should be led by Kenya, and Ethiopian government has been saying that talks should be led by African Union. Now Kenya is nowhere to be seen, but some other mediators have joined. Can we say that Tigray and Ethiopian government have agreed to this new arrangement consisting of more than one mediators? We'll have a detailed look at this news. Secondly, a news story about Ethiopian PM Abiy. Today he chaired a meeting of Council of Ministers where some key issues came under discussion, especially Italian loan for Ethiopian government was considered. In June, Italy signed an agreement with Ethiopia for giving a loan of 22 million euros. Thirdly, a news story about an OLA commander, Oromo Liberation Army commander. It is being said that he is deputy commander of South Zone, main zone, which shares border with Kenya. And it is being said that he has been arrested, captured. Some pictures are being shared and further claims are being made that he has links with Al-Shabaab. And lastly, we are Somalia on Sunday. Somalia's new cabinet, PM's cabinet, will be put to vote at Somalia's lower house. The house will vote to approve or to disapprove this cabinet. Some regions have questions about this new cabinet, and Somalia today issued a statement about China-Taiwan tensions. What is Somalia's position? And what is Somaliland's position about Taiwan? Firstly, viewers, breaking news is from Tigray conflict, about Tigray conflict. A conflict going on since November 2020. In March this year, Ethiopian government announced humanitarian ceasefire. Tigray followed as well by withdrawing its forces from afar. But negotiated ceasefire has not been seen so far. Indirect talks were held. Direct talks are about to start. Before that, the two sides have shared some preconditions. Preconditions about who will lead talks, where will talks be held, which action should be taken before the talks. Tigray government has been insisting that African Union is partial. It backs Ethiopian government's narrative. Talks should not be led by African Union, though Tigray has been welcoming Obasanjo on his visits to Tigray. But Tigray is against African Union being sole mediator. Tigray named Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, that Kenya should lead the process. Uhuru Kenyatta should lead the process. Others can be part of the process as well, like UAE, US, EU, UN. Ethiopian government's position is that talks should be led by African Union. African solutions to African problems, the slogan of Ethiopian government. So it was a main hurdle to the start of talks. There are some other hurdles as well. This is one of the main hurdles. Now, reportedly, an agreement has been reached. We know that just 4 to 5 days ago, Western diplomats like EU Special Envoy to the Horn of Africa, Annette Weber, US Special Envoy to the Horn of Africa, Mike Hammer, US Shocked Affairs in Ethiopia, Tracy Ann Jacobson, Italian, Canadian, and British ambassadors visited Tigray. Before that, they held meetings in Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. They held meetings with negotiators nominated by Ethiopian government. Ridwan Hussein, Minister of Justice, briefed them. They held meeting with Demaka Makaron as well. Then they visited Tigray. They met with Gata Chodada, Debras and Gabriel Mikhail. They returned from Tigray and they urged Ethiopian government to restart basic services. Ethiopian government criticized them that they did not press for talks in their visit to Tigray. After that, a meeting was held. Two meetings were held. First meeting was a meeting of African Union's body, PASP, Political Affairs and Security Body, PASP, Political Affairs, Peace and Security Body, PAPS. This body held a meeting. It's an organ of African Union. And Obasanjo, African Union appointed High Representative for the Horn of Africa, briefed members of this committee about the progress made so far. And then after this meeting, a key meeting was held. The meeting was between African Union's PAPS, African Union's body, and foreign diplomats, foreign envoys who returned from Tigray, who have been in Addis Ababa for more than a week. In that meeting, it was decided that African Union should accommodate other mediators as well. So now Tigray Ethiopia peace talks will be mediated by not only African Union but by some other actors too. Who are the other actors? Firstly, UN's Under Secretary General Hannah Tate will be a mediator along with African Union's Obasanjo. Thirdly, Mike Hammer, Selfie Envoy, US Special Envoy to the Horn of Africa. He'll be part of this team of mediators too. Fourthly, Annette Weber, EU's Special Envoy for the Horn of Africa. She'll also be part of this team of mediators. These four mediators have been confirmed. There could be some others as well, some foreign ambassadors. So you can say now that talks will be led by African Union and by Western UN, EU special envoys. Now there will be a team of mediators will lead these talks. No official statement from Tigray regional government, Ethiopian federal government so far. Are they satisfied with this arrangement? Ethiopian government's position is that African Union is the only channel, only leading mediator. Tigray was pressing for Uhuru Kenyatta. Kenyatta is nowhere to be seen. It means that Kenyatta was backed by US, and since US is part of the team of mediators, so Tigray would be satisfied, I think. Uhuru Kenyatta is about to leave elections in Kenya on Tuesday, I think. So he'll be no more in position of power in coming days. So that is why perhaps US is there and Tigray will be satisfied. We're waiting for official confirmation. Reportedly, an understanding has been reached by the parties to the conflict that this team of mediators should lead the process of talks. If it has been agreed, it's a very positive development that at least first obstacle has been crossed. Second obstacle has also been crossed about the venue, because Ethiopian government says the talks can be held at any venue. Now, the third obstacle is a resumption of basic services, about which Tigray has a very rigid position. Tigray is under pressure at home from its people, from opposition parties. Tigray says there must be resumption of basic services. Both parties have some strong positions about some matters, like Tigray reportedly still has a position about secession, about referendum, and Tigray shared its position about referendum secession with the foreign delegation a few days ago when they visited Tigray. Ethiopian government is still maintaining its position that Western Tigray is under federal government control. It is not part of Tigray, though not officially saying. So these are extreme positions. In coming days, if talks start, we could see some flexibility by both sides. But the good news is that first obstacle has been crossed, it seems. But again, we're waiting for some official confirmation from Ethiopian government and Tigray regional government. Secondly, there was a new story about Ethiopian PM Abiy, who remained missing for more than a month. Then he appeared a few days ago, and today once again he was seen chairing a meeting of Ethiopian Council of Ministers. The Council of Ministers today held a meeting, and some important decisions were made. Italian loan for Ethiopia came under discussion at today's meeting. Italy granted loan of 22 million euros to Ethiopia in June. Agreement was signed. This agreement was discussed today at the meeting of Council of Ministers chaired by PM Abiy, and the Council of Ministers reportedly has approved the agreement. Now it will be sent to the House for further approval. PM Abiy is there, healthy, leading his country. All were rumors about his death, about that he was shot, he was injured, and some news channels shared unverified information about his death. It shouldn't have happened, I think. Thirdly, news story about Oromo Liberation Army, OLA. Yesterday, OLA showed pictures of 5 government soldiers who OLA said defected and joined Oromo Liberation Army, and today government showed pictures of an OLA commander who has been captured. It is said that he is a deputy commander of Southern Zone, Southern Front. So he is one of the top commanders of OLA on Southern Front, according to government-backed news sources. His name is Jal Muhammad Ame. Jal Muhammad Ame is the name of this commander, deputy commander, and he was reportedly captured in Moyale. Moyale is on Ethiopia-Kenya border, and we know that OLA fighters, they have their presence in areas across the border. And some say they have their hideouts in Kenya as well. And OLA fighters have carried out some attacks from Kenya on Ethiopian territories in some, I think 2 months ago, these attacks happened. An operation was conducted reportedly in Moyale. In that operation, this commander, deputy commander of Southern Zone, was captured. You can see his picture on your screen. Now, rumors and speculations are being made that this commander has links with Al-Shabaab. Al-Shabaab attacked Ethiopia around 2 weeks ago. It suffered heavy losses. Ethiopian government said that Al-Shabaab was trying to take control of some mountainous areas to connect with OLA. Al-Shabaab OLA alliance was broken. Likely alliance was broken by government forces by destroying Al-Shabaab fighters. That was the position taken by Ethiopian federal government, Somali regional government after Al-Shabaab suffered losses in their zone, Somalia region. OLA remained silent. I contacted an OLA representative. I said government is accusing Al-Shabaab that it wants to connect with OLA on the ground, and that is why it carried out attacks to take control of mountainous areas in Al-Kare. What's your position? Is that these are preposterous allegations. Such preposterous allegations should not be addressed by OLA, because these allegations are totally false. But now this commander is being accused that he's being accused that he has links with Al-Shabaab fighters. We're waiting for OLA statement. Does OLA own this commander or not? That one of its commanders has been arrested. Let's see. Lastly, viewers, Somalia on Sunday. Hamza Abdi Bare's new cabinet will be put to vote at Somalia's House of Representatives. 75-member cabinet, huge cabinet, finalized after extensive discussions, will be approved or otherwise by the House tomorrow on Sunday. We know that some MPs from Gulmudag and Jubaland have raised questions about this cabinet, and they say that the cabinet is not representative of all the regions. Let's see, will the House approve this cabinet or not? We'll update you tomorrow. If the cabinet is not approved, it could lead to another unnecessary deadlock, which we have been seeing since the start of this government, that government is taking too much time to make decisions like formation of cabinet. Now it's going to be put to vote tomorrow. Secondly, Somalia's government today released a statement. Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Somalia released a statement about China-Taiwan tensions. Somalia is standing with the Chinese government in no uncertain terms. Somalia today reiterated its support for China. Somalia says that it is in favor of one China policy. Taiwan is part of China. So Somalia stands with China while China is laying siege to Taiwan, and Chinese missiles are being fired all over Taiwan. Taiwan is almost under a siege. No word on these military maneuvers by Somalia's government. Interestingly, Somaliland and Taiwan have been trying to forge very close ties. And in recent months, we have seen a high-level Somaliland's delegation visit Taiwan. So Somaliland and Taiwan on one side, China, Somalia on the other side. China supports one Somalia policy. Somalia supports one China policy. Does China support one Somalia policy? I don't know. But US supports one Somalia policy as well. Though US is building a military base in Somaliland, US has close ties with Somaliland government. And in its statements, US keeps on saying that it is in support of one Somalia policy. But Somalia government is openly supporting China. It is standing with China in the ongoing China-Taiwan, China-US tensions. Thank you for watching.